5 o'clock in New York, 2 o'clock in San Diego. Hello and welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show on Newsmax TV. For those of you who are finding the program for the very first time, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Chris Salcedo, your liberty-loving Latino. Don't confuse me with loudmouth leftist Latinos out there. I actually love my country, the United States of America. Many of you are familiar with the story of King Midas. Everything he touched turned to gold. As far as world views go, as far as political ideology goes, conservatism is the ideology with the Midas touch. Conversely, leftist ideology practiced by socialist Democrats and dictators of every sort, well, that has the reverse effect. Left-wing extremism destroying everything it touches. We explore the effects of the cancerous agenda carried by Biden, Harris, Cheney, Pelosi, Kinzinger, and Schumer in tonight's preamble. Let me first say that this discussion isn't about the differences between the political parties, as we are all painfully aware. The stark contrast that used to exist between Republicans and Democrats have faded into wimpy pastels. The contrast I'm drawing is between light and darkness, truth and lies, conservative versus collectivist. In a little over 6 months, Joe Biden has destroyed the value of our currency, inspiring out-of-control inflation. Joe Biden has ushered in over 1 million illegal aliens into the United States with a promise to usher in over 11 million more. Joe Biden has released thousands of illegal aliens into the United States, aliens he knew were infected with the China virus, leading to his hapless administration losing control of this pandemic. Biden has inspired the cost of living to shoot through the roof, not only through his aforementioned inflation, but he's also killing domestic oil supply production and facilitating foreign production. Joe Biden is a robust job creator in other countries, countries that are sworn to be our enemy. Biden promised no tax increases for Americans making $400,000 or less a year, only to break that promise with a mileage tax in his infrastructure bill that addresses everything under the sun instead of focusing exclusively on infrastructure. All of this is made possible by the committed collectivists who run Joe Biden and his administration. They are soulless, godless, wasteful creatures. They are products of left-wing thought. I, an opinion host, have to report these things to you because left-wing extremism has contaminated and ruined another one of our once treasured institutions, the press. NPR, an organization that improperly receives American tax dollars, will now allow its employees to partake in direct political activism. Remember that real journalists are supposed to be impartial, presenting facts and letting the people decide. But that was before NPR caught the socialist Democrat disease. Now, courtesy of the new policy, the blanket prohibition from participating in marches, rallies, and public events has been eliminated. Also gone, the prohibition of NPR journalists from personally advocating for controversial or polarizing issues. Now, NPR employees can feel free to chuck any notion of fairness. Now they get to be paid activists while insisting they be called journalists. You and I both know they can't be both. But Soviet-style liberalism has taken over the press. The majority in that profession think they can have it all. They can be biased and still be considered journalists.
I think it's become clearer that fairness is overrated. Well, before you run off and tweet that headline, let me explain a bit. The idea that we should always give two sides equal weight and merit does not reflect the world we find ourselves in.
My friends, you're literally watching a whole class of people descend from information providers into state-run propagandists loyal to statists in government, not to you, the people. You need more proof? Newly released reports reveal that not only did CNN take no action against their star, Fredo Cuomo, when it was discovered he was intimately involved in helping his brother avoid accountability for sexual misconduct that has now been evidenced in a recent independent investigation, but CNN actually encouraged their star propagandist to take leave to rescue one of CNN's favorite politicians. And that's the problem. Real news organizations aren't supposed to have favorites. They're not supposed to choose sides or be political activists. The only reason these entitled, spoiled, unfair charlatans think they can redefine what journalism is because they are left-wing extremists who are in it for themselves, not for the audiences they claim to serve. News isn't any different from any other aspect of our society that has been touched by and is withering under the left's anti-Midas touch. They have attempted to redefine marriage. They've attempted to redefine biological sex. Heck, they're even attempting to redefine racism. It's all done to fit their political narrative, not to reveal the truth. But now you know what they're up to. Now you know what they're capable of. Everything the leftists touch withers and dies. And now you know what will happen if they're allowed to keep their grip on the United States.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.